One of the things I'm going to do more of in 2019 is experiments. So I thought I'd take a look and see what the flat earthers are doing and go from there.
I'm Howard Georg Stirrup. Here we've got a very simple experiment that you can make for yourself that proves that the stars are not what we've been taught.
That's right, this is 3 easy do-it-yourself experiments from a flat earther. Welcome everyone to the first Flat Earth Friday of 2019. My name is Simon Dan and I am delighted that you can join me. Yes, that clip was from YouTuber Howard Georg Stirrup, who not only has an awkward presenting style, but he's also got 3 Flat Earth experiments that you can do to prove that we're being lied to. So let's get stuck in.
Throughout history, we've been distracted and divided.
I don't know about you, but I'm distracted already by the ocean.
By having beliefs in other people's theories and second-hand information. Stop the debate. Just do the experiment at sea level and see for yourself. By observing buildings entirely from top to bottom, 10 to 30 miles along the coast, this confirms that the Earth does not curve 8 inches per mile squared, as it would have to if it truly was 25,000 miles in circumference. This is irrefutable evidence that we are being lied to about the dimensions and the situation of where we are.
Without any sort of images from Howard, I can pretty much guarantee that these photos where you can see the whole building from 30 or 40 miles away are either taken from a high elevation or the buildings themselves are elevated.
Along with the Big Bang, evolution and quantum physics propaganda, we are having our beliefs and understanding misled. This leads us to be materialistic and blind and insensitive to all the other problems around the world. Thank you.
Disagree. I think having the knowledge that I do about this world gives me focus. It allows me to accept my place in the universe for what it really is. And this in turn allows me to spend more time focusing on real world problems. For example, can you imagine if I said that the sky was not actually blue, but it was in actual fact green? And then I amassed a following of people that believe the same thing as me about the colour of the sky. And then me and those people tried to convince other people about the true sky colour. Imagine wasting that much time on something so petty and nonsensical, diverting attention from real problems of the world.
I'm Howard Georg Stirrup. Here we've got a very simple experiment that you can make for yourself that proves that the stars are not what we've been taught.
Hang on. Right. Howard's got a few continuity issues there, but we'll let him off.
Zoom in on the brightest star or planet in the sky and record a short video.
Yeah, that's an out of focus star. What's your point?
Don't do that again. That fucking hair, pull it out. Sure, touch my eye. Pretty sure your hair touched my eye. That I am seeing different patterns already on that little screen. The reason I'm making these videos isn't to push my beliefs onto people, but rather that you see how easy you can make the experiments for yourselves.
Well, that first one wasn't an experiment, it was an observation. And you hashed it up, so...
My favourite of all is to get 2 glasses of water and place one under the moonlight and one in shade of the moonlight. Leave them for about 30 minutes, and with a thermostat for food, you can go and check for yourselves. I'm not going to make a 30-minute video.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You mean to tell me you've conducted this experiment inside? inside.
And you'll see that the one under the moonlight is always 2 or 3 degrees Fahrenheit colder, proving that the moon is not a reflection of the sun.
Is that what it proves, is it? I wouldn't say that. I'd say that it proves that a glass of water that is next to an open window is colder than a glass of water that's inside your house.
As it would be warm or neutral. It's a negative charge to our atmosphere. It chills the water. Negative polarity, yin-yang.
That sentence was about as scientific as a 4-year-old's colouring book.
So, science is supposed to be observable, measurable, repeatable, and falsifiable. So come on, prove me wrong.
I thought you'd never ask. If you'd have conducted this experiment outside, then at least I could have given you kudos for that. But your setup is so village, it's unreal. I've spoken about this many times, but the colder temperature in moonlight is due to something called radiative cooling. Essentially, if there's nothing to block the heat from radiating away from that water, then it will do so at a faster rate than a glass of water in the shade. You could say that the shaded water is insulated slightly by its cover. That is why it's warmer.
Hi, I'm Howard Georg Stirrup. I'd like to show you how easy you can make an experiment to prove that the moonlight is not a reflection of the sun, but rather the moon projects its own light. Silver, negative, cold, like a proton in a very big atmosphere. Let's see. Half an illuminated moon in the blue sky coming up in the east, above our horizon. In theory, that's behind our globe, while the sun, going down on the west, is in theory in front of our globe. As both bodies are above our horizon at this time, that means that Earth cannot be casting a shadow on the moon.
Oh my days, he thinks the moon phases are caused by Earth's shadow.
And it also doesn't explain why we see half a moon if the face of the moon is always facing us and it's directly opposite the sun. We should see a full moon, but we don't. So we should be asking questions and making more experiments and listening less to the authorities that we know take our money. Thank you very much.
Howard, I'd place a bet with you that they weren't in opposite positions of the sky. And secondly, the phases of the moon are caused by its position in its orbit, not by Earth's shadow. If you really want to see the Earth's shadow, take a look at this picture from a lunar eclipse. It is 5 separate photos from 5 different points during the eclipse stitched together. I think you can clearly see the Earth's shadow here. Wow. Howard finishes his video with the same old flat Earth BS. Take a look if you like, but it really is a load of drivel. So there we have it, 3 flat Earth experiments that you can all do yourself, all of them completely flawed. What a way to see Flat Earth Friday into 2019. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like and subscribe if you enjoyed that, or even share it if the feeling takes you. I have been Simon Dan, and I'll see you all Sunday evening for the first ever live astronomy lecture where we'll be taking a look at the history of astronomy. See you all then.